Happy New Year, friends! Welcome to another Lissa video. This is the first video of 2023. I hope you had a wonderful 2022 and you have an even awesomer 2023. Today starts Veganuary, which is Vegan January, challenging people to go vegan for the month of January and hopefully to adopt the lifestyle for their life and make more compassionate choices in their diet and other areas of their life as well. So because today is the first day of Veganuary, I also decided that I wanted to do 31 videos for Veganuary. So every day in the month of January, we're gonna have a daily video. So stay tuned for those. Today's video, I wanna talk about the difference between vegan, plant-based, raw vegan, and the labels and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna talk about that in this video, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, Happy New Year, Happy January, Happy Veganuary. Now, before we begin, I have over 700 raw vegan recipes. So if you're looking to add more raw food, more raw vegan recipes to your life, check out the link in the description box below. You can get 40% off any or all of our ebooks with the code RAWFOOD40. So again, check that in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because we're going to be posting a video a day for the entire month of January. And then we're going to be posting weekly videos after that. So today I wanted to talk about labels and the difference between vegan, plant-based, raw vegan, that kind of thing. So one thing that I've noticed, and yes, veganism is becoming more known and a lot more people are going vegan, but there is a big difference between vegan and plant-based. So veganism is not a diet. Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of animals. So when you go vegan, you're not doing a diet. You are changing your stance on the violence against animals, the exploitation against animals. So veganism isn't a diet, but diet plays a big role within veganism. So when you go vegan, it's not that you're just going to start eating vegan foods. You also have to do other things to follow along with your vegan lifestyle. Like we stop wearing leather, we stop wearing wool, we stop buying things with down. We don't use makeup or skincare that has animal products in it or that has been tested on animals. Our household products as well, not been tested on animals and don't contain animal products. Things like going to the zoo, we don't do. We don't ride horses, we don't pay others to exploit animals in any way that we can do. And again, we're going to talk about the perfectionism within veganism in a future video, but for right now, just trying to share the differences between vegan, plant-based, raw vegan, that kind of thing, because there is some confusion out there about what is a vegan. Vegans don't just eat vegan food. We eat vegan food because we don't want to exploit animals to the best of our ability. So when someone says they're vegan, it means that they are taking a stand against the exploitation of animals. And plant-based, on the other hand, is more the diet of not including animal products in it, but plant-based could include a small amount of animal products based on who you talk to. So plant-based is more of the diet. Vegan is the ethical stance against animal exploitation. So you can be vegan and be eating plant-based, but you can be plant-based but not be vegan. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because some people feel that just because they're eating a plant-based diet automatically means they're vegan, but they're still wearing leather or buying down or exploiting animals in other ways. And it's not that they want to do this necessarily, because most people don't want to exploit animals, but it's so ingrained in our culture that it's normalized, and we don't realize that stepping into the vegan area is where we step into our ethical stand against animal exploitation. So again, vegan is not a diet. Veganism is a belief system, an ethical stance. It's a way of life and a way of belief. Whereas plant-based is just a diet. And veganism isn't a diet, but diet does play a big role within veganism. So then we come to the idea of raw veganism. So there's different ways of doing raw, there's different ways of doing vegan, there's different ways of doing plant-based. There's all different kinds of ways of eating certain diets. So leaving that off the table, the raw vegan, there can be a raw foodist or a raw vegan. So in the past, I used to be a raw foodist because I never had the vegan connection. I never understood why a person would choose to be a vegan or to follow a vegan lifestyle. I understood the benefits of raw food, but I also ate raw animal products at many times during my raw journey before I went vegan in 2014. When I went vegan, I also went raw, but I went raw vegan. So there are some people out there who are doing raw vegan for the diet, but they don't have the ethical connection. Maybe they still include honey, or they'll do raw milk or raw animal products of other kinds, or they still use leather or wool or what have you. That would be a raw foodist, kind of like plant-based. So we have to distinguish the difference between vegan and plant-based. And it doesn't matter what you label yourself with, obviously. The reason we use the labels is to help others understand how we live our life. And we don't have to identify with the label, but it is a lot of our life and how we live. So it's easy to go into a restaurant or a shopping center and see if something is vegan, means that there are no animal products in the product or have been exploited to create the product, as in animal testing or science and stuff like that. So that said, stepping away from the label and realizing that you're you, because I am Lissa. I am Lissa. I just happen to follow a vegan lifestyle and eat a raw diet. And raw vegan happens to be the label that I choose to describe how I eat and how I live, but it isn't my identity. I am Lissa, and I have so much more about me that isn't tied to just the label. So stepping away from the label is really important, but also understanding the differences between the two. I also noticed that a lot of people are confused with what veganism actually is, because I was speaking with somebody and I was telling them that I was vegan and that I didn't use these certain products, and they assumed that it was organic, like vegan equaled organic. So I didn't eat anything that was not organic, which would include animal products. So they were confused over what vegan actually meant. So again, to recap, vegan is an ethical stance against the needless exploitation of animals to the best of our ability. Obviously, there's no such thing as a perfect vegan. I know that. I know a lot of people get in the comments and they're like, well, you can't be a perfect vegan. But it's not about doing everything. It's about not doing nothing. We need to make changes, and adding more plants to our life is a great thing. And plants are human food. I know there's a lot of people out there who say plants aren't human food. They're actually human food and microbiome food. So really important to include plants into our life, but to really learn the difference between vegan and plant-based. So if you decide to do Veganuary, you're also going to not wear leather or buy anything with leather. You're also not going to buy wool or down or go to a zoo, exploit animals in any way that you can possibly, and learn about veganism. There is places that you can go to learn. I'll share some in the description box below. You can also sign up for my email list. And if you sign up for my email list, link in the description box below, you can download my free vegan resource guide. This resource guide has my favorite books for veganism, my favorite movies and documentaries, and some of my favorite websites for further resources on veganism. So this is a great little resource. It's free for you to download. All you have to do is sign up for my email list, which you can unsubscribe from at any time, but I want to offer this to you as kind of just a resource for you to watch more movies and read more books and really understand more about veganism itself, not just plant-based. Plant-based is amazing, and yes, the animals are benefited by people eating more plant foods, obviously, but really to distinguish the difference between veganism and plant-based. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Welcome again to Veganuary. Hope you're making compassionate choices for yourself, the animals, and the planet. If you like this video, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell if you want to get notifications for whenever I post a new video. video. And we have over 700 raw vegan recipes that you can add more raw to your life. More fiber, more plants, add those. You can get those 40% off. Code is rawfood40. The link for the ebooks is in the description box below. So head on down there, check out all the goodies, and thank you again for joining me. I love you all so much. Until the next video, fruit on.